Jiho's just tweeted that crafting and upgrading parts has been the part of Axie Infinity long-term vision. This means the utility of your Axies might change drastically over time, especially as we head into V2. Now, they have been talking about Battles V2 for a while. There's a lot of unknown factors that we have really no idea what Battles V2 will look like. There's a lot of speculation as well, but we can see this graphic of branching evolution. So maybe you will be able to level up your ports. Maybe your ports, you can maybe evolve them for a fee of SLP. Maybe there's going to be another way to utilize SLP so that it increases burn, but also makes your Axies a little bit more useful if you happen to have one of those like this one that has a 00 cost and it's quite useless in the arena and maybe even in the adventure. So maybe Battles V2 will provide you with an outlet where your close to useless Axies right now can actually be useful in some kind of a battle system that they are coming up with. I think personally that using SLP as a burn mechanic to evolve some of the parts, maybe change them, I don't know, have like a 50-50 to roll another part. I don't know how it would work. I didn't do the maths behind it, but it could be interesting. I would be willing to take the gamble on some of my Axies to roll something different. Obviously, it would make the breeding a lot harder and maybe less profitable, as people can just roll the genes that they want to have, but they probably could find a way on how to do this. And this is just a single tweet from Jiho. We don't know how Battles V2 will look like on or when it will come out. They are most likely focusing on releasing season 19 and releasing the exchange. That's probably the most important parts of Axie Infinity ecosystem in the upcoming weeks or months, depending when they release it. Looks like it's gonna be months by the looks of it, because they are not doing so well with releasing updates. But other than the branching evolution, I found an article from dating back to 2018 to read a little bit more on what they thought branching evolution was gonna look like in 2018. You can see right here the article was titled New Mechanic Branching Evolution, and it dates back to 2018 April 11, which makes me both hopeful and a little bit worried that they had this mechanic in mind for the last 3 years and they still haven't managed to release it or find a way to implement it into the game in some alpha or beta version. Now, along with the upcoming release of breeding and battle features, so they released breeding and battle around 2018, another exciting feature is waiting for you: the branching evolution. Axie Infinity isn't just another mainstream game where a traditional evolution system will be used. The creators are always seeking new ways for players to enjoy the game. That's why branching evolution is introduced. And we can see from this image, if we make it a little bit bigger, that this is a very standard Axie that we are aware of right now. So it can translate or evolve into something. Looks like the sticky goo is evolved, maybe it leveled up, and it looks like the lagging has also changed, or maybe evolved into a different kind. Maybe every card will have a percentage chance to evolve. So we can see that the tail hasn't evolved, the mouth hasn't evolved, but the horn and the back part have evolved. So maybe there's like a chance, and you can see if you get this one, it changes the shape. If you get this one, it also changes the shape. So maybe there might be two, maybe there might be more. We actually don't know much about branching evolution as of now. One thing that I wanted to say is that branching evolution will probably include Mystic Axies. Now, people have been holding Mystic Axies for years now, and there was not really a use for them other than holding them as NFTs because there's a limited supply of them. But Mystic Axies have very unique parts that make them just simply Mystic Legendary, and there's not going to be many of them available, and they are ridiculously expensive right now. If you look at the marketplace, we can see that if you just select one Mystic part, the price jumps all the way to $132,000, and that's just for a Mystic part. Now, it doesn't do anything right now. It doesn't make this actually better in the arena. It doesn't make it better in the adventure. It actually makes it a bit worse because there is a mixture of cards that is used currently. So you can see that it has Buzz Lamb, Little Branch, Twintail. Not a good card for the arena, but you can see that the ear is Mystic, so it's evolved, not evolved, but it has been Mystic rolled from the origin, and it is just a little bit different. But if we look at something a little bit more obvious, we can see how the Mystic parts change. Now you can probably find something good right here that actually changes. I can't spot one right now, but if we look at, oh, because I'm not looking at Mystics, never mind. we can see that some of these have evolved. This tail, look at this tail, look at this tail. The tail is Sakura Cottontail, so it's still a cottontail, it just has a different name and a different look, and it is very, very unique, and it goes for $141,000. So I'm expecting the branching evolution to finally include those who have been mystic holders for a lot longer than many people that are playing the game right now, and they will include them in Battles V2. Just one more thing that I wanted to show you. When you look at the Sakura Cottontail, you can see that there is only 44 Axies that have this Cottontail, so we can see how this makes it unique compared to the usual Cottontail. If we just look at the usual Cottontail, there will be many Axies that have this. So you can see 270,000 that have Cottontail and only 44 that have Sakura Cottontail. So that adds the value as well. Jumping back into the article, when Axie port is available to evolve, players will have to decide what will that port grow into. An Axie port can evolve into either one of the two available parts. So something that I have mentioned previously, that it might evolve into, it will just have two choices to evolve into, and you will have to choose, or maybe they'll make it RNG. Each one has a distinct power and appearance. Once Axie has taken a new power, it can never go back. Because of that, choosing the suitable part to fit your strategy and formation wouldn't be an easy job for new players. Now this is making the game very in-depth. There is community that like having very in-depth games, something like Path of Exile that has the branch or the builds very expand, and something that you have to think about for a while before you do it, as you can never go back. You can see that the horn has two options to evolve into, and if I had to assume, probably the one on the left would deal more damage, and the one on the right would have some sort of utility or defense. Such an interesting way to evolve your Axies, isn't it? Let's keep waiting for fun in future releases. Now, this was in 2018. It is currently 2021 October, and they still haven't released it, which makes me a little bit worried that they are not up to speed. Maybe they didn't have the manpower to simply include this mechanic, or it wouldn't be good for the ecosystem at that time. But currently, with the growth that Axie Infinity has seen over the last couple of months, couple of years, they really should try to implement something like that to include a little bit more interesting ways to adopt and evolve your Axies, because the current way, just buying them from the marketplace if you don't have the capital to breed, is not the most fun and engaging way to build your team. So that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in this comment section down below what you think about this branching evolution and how they should introduce it, and then consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.